that's why they would go to, okay, we need to get this guy next to him, we need to get him some ground weapons, so when this guy's not in his bunker, you know, he can hit him with some directed energy, he can hit him with some ground weapons, then cause trouble with that, and then, you know, we can tear him down that way. I mean, this is a Zersetzung program. This is Nazi as hell. It is. I kind of drive out into society, and I don't really know where I'm living. Like, I don't recognize this as America anymore. It seems like a criminal empire where innocent Americans are being lied about and attacked and murdered, like under heavy fire from weapon systems. These are weapon systems, neuro weapons, directed energy weapons. Like, this is under heavy fire. So, you know, so guys, I mean, just keep speaking out. We're coming up to a new year. I'm trying to hold out hope, you know, for this new year, for, you know, for some incredible breakthroughs. You know, one thing that did kind of take the wind out of my sails is it was a great presentation. Please go and look at Chris Burton. He has like a 5-hour presentation on his Voice to Skull and his attacks. It's the handle is just Chris, CHRIS. You know, I listened to the whole 5 hours because I have Voice to Skull too. He's very accomplished. He's very accomplished in the tech industry, and actually, you know, started like 2 tech companies. Very intelligent guy. He did, you know, he basically told the story and gave his testimony of his attacks, you know, in a business presentation, which was great. One thing that did take the wind out of my sails is the business projections for lethal and non-lethal directed energy weapons is forecasted to increase all the way till 2021. So they're forecasting in a lot of, and please go watch that video. Please go watch Chris Burton talk about this, because I mean, he goes through like all the just business evidence for these weapons. People are investing in directed energy weapon systems, you know, but the forecast of it was that, you know, investments and the money made for research and development of directed energy weapons technologies was going to increase a lot from, you know, 2016 to 2021. And I'm hoping for, you know, big changes, you know, that we would stop being murdered and harassed and slow killed and sometimes fast killed because you're under directed energy weapons fire. You know, I was hoping for big changes, you know, next year, which I still hope for. You know, even if business projections are a certain way and they're planning on, you know, doing this through 2021 and on, you know, we can stop it with public awareness. With public awareness, and then, you know, Senate and our representatives, you know, becoming aware of this and starting to fight it. I'm getting a lot of vehicular stalking today because it's about the time. It's the afternoon. It's like 4:30. You know, so on the way home and stuff like that, people will do their one-light cars, drive through certain areas where targeted individuals are, and get some supplemental income for working for these DHS fusion centers. So it kind of depends on what time it is for me, and how heavy the traffic is. So you're going to have a lot of people who are just trying to do it on a time that's convenient to them, harass the target individuals when they're out and when they're out. The way this works is so insane. You know, I'm doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best to try and give target individuals information that's helpful to them. Also, to just increase public awareness. It's tough sometimes because, you know, my mind is just, I mean, physical neural attacks to my mind. You know, I'm trying to, you know, block it as much as I can, which I'm pretty successful. I'm actually pretty successful, and that's the only reason that I can keep doing these videos. It's the only reason that I can keep getting information out, which is really sad to me, because I understand that a lot of people, you know, they don't have enough money to go out and buy defenses, or even just go out and buy like a pop-up tent and put aluminum on it. You know, they just can't do that in their situation. And then I realized that it's going to be you know, it's almost impossible for those target individuals to speak out in any clear manner, because these weapons just rip you apart. You know, you're being murdered and your mind's being torn up, and it's hard to make a lot of sense or not get angry or not go into a lot of the crazy stuff they do. You know, like I'm defending pretty well. I mean, it still sucks. Like when I'm up and I'm outside of the bunker, you know, they're still working on stuff on the shifts. But, you know, I feel like it keeps me pretty clear-minded. And I'm still going through the remote neural manipulation, stuff like that. But I still get in. The stuff that they're pulling is so fucking crazy. And it's people who should have nothing to do with you. My neighbor next door should have nothing to do with me. And I should have nothing to do with him. This car just stopped in the middle of the street in front of me. And I'm getting honked at. I guess they're just honking at us all. But so I understand how hard it is, guys. I see a lot of target individuals just speaking out, and sometimes it's just gonna, you know, what these attackers are doing to us is just gonna sound crazy. That's the point of it. The point is, you know, there's been a lot of research done on how to make people look schizophrenic, and then when they have directed energy weapon systems and they're ripping apart somebody, you know, with stuff that, you know, is invisible, it's just going to make them, you know, it's going to make them look crazy. So that, I mean, that's the nature of what we're dealing with. So that's what we just have to fight. I don't know how these people think they're going to get out. These cars here. But like I said, you know, I'm doing my best. You guys just do your best to get the word out. I mean, we're moving along. There seems to be, you know, in target individual groups, there seems to be a lot of drama. I see that as actually a good sign. You know, I think that we're getting ahead so far. You know, we're making big moves and we're getting information out. And so, you know, this system, you know, is messing with people's minds. It's making them angry, and it's making them not, you know, work together. And maybe there's a little bit of COINTELPRO in there. You know, kind of stoking the fires of fights and drama. But I kind of see that as, you know, we're getting somewhere. You know, we're a threat. And we need to remain a threat. We need to stay on this topic and you know, just keep doing it. I'm so tired, y'all. I want my life back. I want my freedom back. I mean, this is insane. I don't want to live in a bunker, you know, because I can't have a family that way. But I'm just kind of doing what I have to do to survive. Sad. It's worse than sad. It's very scary. You know, in my mind, you know, from being targeted for so many years, just years and years and years, and like I think about 17 or 18 years, about 8 of those years were just full blown. I know I'm being targeted. I'm under directed energy weapons fire. It's not even hidden. Active surveillance and active targeting for about 8 years. It gets dark. I mean, this shit gets dark where you're fighting a war in the place where you live, and you're supposed to have peace in that place, and you've got to, like, I've got to take all my shit with me when I leave as much as I can, because I know somebody's going to break in. They break in and I mean, I told y'all, like, I stopped eating that mayonnaise, and I haven't felt that, like, severe nausea, severe body nausea, and like almost like my mind shuts down, because I think it was like neurotoxins and toxins that work along with these directed energy weapons. And I stopped eating that mayonnaise and I haven't felt any of that stuff. I'm hesitant to buy anything that I have to put in my fridge and leave there. I'm really hesitant because I know I have people breaking into my place. The person, you know, the person about 3 doors down from me, there's a lot of people living there, and, you know, that guy, you know, I always see him, like, he'll smoke a cigarette and then walk in at the same time as me, so he's starting to do that. People they just get involved. They get involved in this stuff. They don't know me. They don't, you know, other TIs, other target individuals. I'd like to call us survivors of horrendous crimes, like real Americans. We are real Americans who are surviving. You know, people that don't even know us just get involved in harassing us while we're being, fired upon by weapon systems. So I just want to state what is happening very, very clearly. This is not something to be ignored. It seems like a lot of people in society, they're not only ignoring it, they're getting involved on the other side and just saying, well, it's what the system's doing, so, who cares about these people? Authority figures are telling us we can make money, and hey, we'll just delude ourselves into thinking they're terrorists. I don't know what country I live in anymore sometimes. And it's a worldwide thing. Every country who's at least a NATO country or involved in the UN is their military industrial complexes, their Department of Defenses, and the contractors and agencies within their nations are doing this, are experimenting with directed energy weapons and human trafficking people, and they're just like, who cares? These people have no rights anymore. I don't know what world I live in sometimes. But I don't know, guys. I guess I'm just talking random today. I'm going to keep on getting some concrete info out there. I'm going to keep on just, please go to Chris Burton's video. He gives a lot of good concrete, a good concrete presentation of, these directed energy weapon systems and the crimes that these people are committing when they're doing this to us. And then he tells his story, which is just so credible. And I mean, there's a lot of credible TIs out there, but he's very accomplished, very intelligent, and they have, with the voice to skull, 24 hours a day, like I get, he's had it for 12 years. I've had the voice to skull for about 7 years. Just the awful things that have happened to him because of it, and the kind of psyops and he really goes through extensively the torture procedures, like the QBARC manual and Donald Rumsfeld, the kind of tactics that he was putting out in some of his committees to torture people psychologically. But just go check out Chris Burton's his presentation. It's really great. He's very professional. I wish him the best. I'm going to try and maybe get in contact with him, because I've got a lot of similar V2K like him. And he's gone through so much. But it's just Chris, CHRIS, on YouTube. That's his handle, and he has like a part 1 through part 4 where he breaks down, and then he just puts the presentation all into one big thing on one of them. So if you just want to listen to the whole 5 hours, you can do that. And I'm thinking about maybe showing my mom that presentation, because the guy is just so accomplished. He does it in a business presentation, and that's the kind of stuff my parents respond to. I'm doing it a little bit more guerrilla style. I'm going to try and, I still have to do things in certain parts because I can't upload on my regular computer, but I'm still trying, guys, because I want to get everything out there in one piece. It hurts my information. Like, my attackers have actually succeeded, in making me have to break up my information into certain parts, and it hurts people seeing it, so I don't like it either. Alright, guys, I'm getting to about 30 minutes, and I am home right now, so I'm going to go, not just crawl into the bunker, but I'm going to go kind of bunker down in my condo, and maybe make another video tonight. Just keep on getting out information, maybe go through some stuff on Terry's website or Dr. Carlstrom's website, but just keep trying to put it out there, and keep trying to fight this awful domestic terrorism, violent crimes against the American people, against a bunch of citizens of every nation. Let's keep trusting in God, guys. Let's keep having faith. Let's keep putting information out there. Let's keep being assertive, not violent or anything like that, but let's be assertive. Let's be assertive and get the information out. We are citizens. We didn't do anything wrong. We're being attacked. They've got it in this weird, messed up thing where they're going to try and put everything back on us. But, let's just be smart about it. Let's turn it back on them, and let's keep getting the information out. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. I'm going to make another video soon, guys. All right.